So here's where we get a chance to brag a bit about our graduates, some of them. At the end of this section, we'll also have time for a final question and answer chat. First up on our highlight reel is Christy Morgan. Known as the Blissful Chef, Christy offers diet and lifestyle consultations, private chef services, private and group cooking classes. Christy's blog is a resource for vegan, soy-free, and gluten-free recipes and links, and her first cookbook, Blissful Bites, is coming out this September. After graduation, Reba and Donna Lynn teamed up to create Macro Taco. They offer a range of services from personal chef to meal planning and cooking lessons. Also, as a licensed professional counselor, Donna Lynn is uniquely qualified to advise and guide clients through transitions in their lives as well as their diets and into overall wellness. Rosa Vera is our culinary program manager. She is a seasoned professional chef. Before attending the Natural Epicurean, Rosa worked in restaurant and hospitality. Then after graduation, she started her own cooking coach business called What's the Skinny. Other jobs she's had, she cooked at a retreat center, she cooked for a mobile food caterer, and she's consulted with restaurants on developing vegetarian menus. Kara is a recent graduate, and she did a really smart thing. She did 2 externships, which is something you should definitely take advantage of while you're in the program if you're considering joining the program. We have really good networks of externships. And now she is working on staff at a farm-to-table restaurant in San Francisco. Oh, and that's me. Before I attended the Natural Epicurean, I was a baker and aspiring pastry chef. For a few years, I had a subscription bread service, and I made all-natural dog biscuits under the name Good Dog. My sister Katie actually lived next door to the founder of the Natural Epicurean and was a student many years before it was a professional chef training program. And it wasn't long before I realized that even though a pound of butter and sugar can make a dessert taste really good, there was probably a better path for me, because I generally didn't eat that way, and I didn't like the way I felt when I did. I graduated from the Natural Epicurean in 2001 and joined the faculty, as I said. Then I left in 2004 when I created NadaMoo, and it got some traction in Whole Foods. And I started off on that adventure, but as I said, I am happy to be back. Okay, so now it's time for our final chat. If you have any questions or comments, please use the chat feature, that little cartoon talk bubble icon if you've clicked off of it, or just type right into the box there. I'll pop back up here and say hi to everybody. Oh, let's see. Jeff asked a question before about how much nutrition info is provided in the program. Oh, what kind of multimedia branding and general marketing do students receive? Gosh, guys, you know, I think these questions that are related more towards the program, I'm going to have to let other people get back to you on them, because I'm here to talk about careers for natural food chefs. I'll answer the ones that I can, but some of this is a little bit outside of my element. Have we ever entertained the idea of doing classes like this, a virtual classroom online? We've talked about different things, maybe doing something like that. It's definitely a great opportunity to reach a lot of people who can't necessarily come to Austin. Let's see. Was the New York Times website, again, that you had up earlier? Oh, it's called Recipes for Health. You can find it through the dining, I think it's through the dining section. You can probably also find it through the fitness and nutrition section, or just search for Martha Rose Schulman. Jeffrey wants to learn more about Thai and Vietnamese cooking. I wish I knew the answer to that one. What mostly is cooked when a person goes into these careers? What mostly is cooked? So as a chef, you could specialize in any of the things that we teach here at the school, macrobiotic, vegan, vegetarian. It really depends on whether you start your own business or you're working for someone else's business. Let's see. How much of the program is vegan-based? Again, I think I'm going to hand off the program questions. Thank you for offering this. It was really interesting. Do you think the natural foods movement is expanding to the point that there will be more jobs in Europe or South America for vegan chefs? Well, certainly any retreat-type destinations, those will be there. Yes, we do cover organic farming and sourcing. My gosh, you guys are asking great questions, but some of them are just a little outside of my range. Vicki, yes, you can look for any internships that are interesting to you, and we will do our best to open up those doors if you're looking for an internship with specifically a natural foods manufacturer. So if you have someone in mind and can give us a heads up, we'll start working on those paths. Would you ever allow a student performance? I'm really not sure about the travel for performing the internship. I think that's yet another question that's going to be right for our educational director, because there are some things that are tied to Texas and our certificate in Texas, I believe. We do have some established relationships, and it's always good for students to bring their own ideas into the mix. How hard was it to start your NadaMoo business? Oh my gosh. Well, it wasn't hard in the sense that I had no idea what I was getting into, so I just jumped. And fortunately, at every point where I thought I'm out of answers, someone showed up who had the answer for that very next thing. The last 6-7 years of my life have been completely life-altering and life-expanding. So over the long stretch, it was hard because I had to learn a lot and grow a lot, but to get it started, boy, you could get anything started. Okay, namaste, Jeffrey. Thank you. That was Jeffrey signing off. Yeah, guys, okay, so these questions that are much more about the program, I think the right thing to do, we are going to be collecting all of these questions, and people will be following up with you on these really specific ones. Gosh. Yeah, okay, I think I'm going to wrap up because a lot of these things are related to things that are more answers about the program, and I'm sorry to let you down about that. It just seems like we're getting off track here. So I'm going to wrap up, but thank you so much for joining us. On behalf of the Natural Epicurean and myself, I want to thank you for your time tonight. I'm looking forward to meeting you at some time in the future at a student orientation, a webinar, or an open house. If you want to reach me, you can email me at amyr@naturalepicurean.com. Or if you have any questions about the school, you can send an email to info@naturalepicurean.com or call us at 512-476-2276. Thanks again.